Hi everybody, my name's Tori and today I'm going to be going through some of the products in our double coat pet pack. A double coated dog has a warm, soft, thick undercoat which does require most grooming. The top layer is long and harsh, which means that water runs off it more easily. Examples of this coat include Akitas, Huskies, Golden Retrievers and Samoyeds. So with having that double coat, it is much harder in terms of drying, and the drying process can take a much longer time. So a product that we would recommend is the Groom Professional Fast Dry Spray. Now this is in the scent Ocean Breeze. So this really does what it says on the tin. So fast dry spray, you literally spray it on the dog's coat. It's not going to leave any sort of residue. It's not going to affect the dog's coat in any way in terms of the look or feel of it. It's literally just going to quicken up the drying process. So it's going to put, it's just going to make the water run off the dog's coat a lot easier, so it's going to quicken the process for you and the dog. Now onto a hygiene product. These are the Groom Professional Ear Wipes. These are a really strong wipe. They are made up of the Groom Professional Ear Wash, but this is just a much easier to use format, so there's going to be no spills, no waste, anything like that. You get 50 wipes in the tub and they are just a really good product to have around the house, just to kind of keep the general maintenance and hygiene of your dog's ears really, really good. Like I say, if they've maybe been sweating outside, you've been on a walk and they've got dirty, just run this in around the ear and yeah, it's just going to kind of keep the general hygiene of the dog's ears really good. Now onto a tool for the undercoat. So these are the Groom Professional Undercoat Rex, and I have two examples here. So I have one that's got blades that are spaced further apart and one that has got blades spaced closer together. So we would say that if your dog's coat is longer or softer, to be using the finer pins, the ones that have the finer spacing, and if not, if it's slightly thicker, then be using the one that's got the thicker blades. So for example, with the likes of your Samoyeds or your Akitas or anything like that, probably the one that's got the slightly thicker blades is going to be a better option. This literally just works in pulling the undercoat out of the dog, as it does get really, really thick, and it's a really easy tool to use as well. You should always use this in the direction that the hair follicle grows, because if you do it the opposite way, you will damage the coat. So yeah, just literally run it along the dog's coat, applying a little bit of pressure, and it will just pull out that undercoat for you. And yeah, really, really good tool to have, especially for your double coated dogs. On to another tool. Now this is the Groom Professional Amplifier Firm Slicker Brush. So as you can see, this has loads of little pins in it, and the reason this is firm is because the base on it is solid, so the pins are not going to have an awful lot of movement. This is going to be perfect for your double coated breeds just because they do have that thicker coat. You're going to need the pins to be more firm in order to work through the coat. So this is really a dual purpose product. So this is going to be fantastic at brushing out the coat for getting rid of any sorts of knots and tangles, and also maybe getting a little bit of the undercoat out as well, just because it does have those ever so slight angled prongs. This is also going to be fantastic for just fluffing the coat up really nicely. You do want it to kind of have that really full, voluminous look to it, so this is going to do that for you as well. So on to another product that's really fantastic for shedding. These are the Groom Professional Shed Stoppers. They come in 3 different sizes, so you've got your small, your medium and your large, and you just pick whatever one best suits your dog's size, and these will virtually eliminate shedding. If you're going to be using these alongside a de-shedding shampoo, you will notice a massive difference in the amount that your dog is shedding. So pretty much they have a little cap on them, just to sort of look after the little blades. You just again run this through your dog's coat. It's quite similar to the undercoat rec in that sense, but it just is personal preference, whichever one you'd like to use. And yet you just run this through your dog's coat and you'll just find that it removes all of that top hair that is probably most likely to be shedding quite a lot. So yeah, really, really good tool to have. Now onto a product that's going to be fantastic for your drying process as well. It's going to go really well with your fast drying spray. Now this is the Groom Professional Water Magnet Towel. Again, does what it says on the tin. This is just going to drink up and soak up any water on your dog's coat, or if it's maybe been spilled on the table during grooming. So this is going to be fantastic, like I say, for aiding the drying process. It's just going to quicken everything up for you, meaning that it's going to be easier for you and easier for the dog, because I'm sure with your double coated breeds, sort of having that double coat to it, the water can sort of soak into that a lot easier. So having something like this is just going to make everything so much quicker for you. And the final product I'm going to talk about in terms of shedding is the Groom Professional wooden shedding tool. Again, this is all down to personal preference which one you would like to use, but this is a wooden shedding tool, so you've got your wooden handle, which is really nice and comfortable to use. Then in terms of the actual head, you've got 53 pins, so they are staggered, so you've got longer ones and you've got shorter ones. So your shorter ones are going to work really well on the top of the coat. They're going to remove any loose hair that's sitting there, just totally get rid of it. And then your longer pins are going to work deep down into the coat and pulling out any sort of that undercoat or any of the sort of base of the coat that maybe will shed as well. So yeah, really good tool to have. And again, it is down to personal preference which one you would like to use, but this is another fantastic tool to have for shedding. I really hope that that was helpful in kind of giving a quick overview of some of the products that we would recommend for double coated dogs. If you want to find out any more information on the products that I've talked about or any of the rest of them, just click down below.